Right, Lucy, this is where winter training begins. This is the big day because we've got a lot to do. So we come for a Cameron lesson today at the lovely Mendip Plains, which is looking a bit miserable. But it's not raining, so it could be worse.
It's not raining, but this is literally the theme for the next 4 months is grey.
Yeah. We had a storm yesterday, and so much rain. So much rain. My horse is like a bog pony. I mean, better not to look at him. He looks like he just got dragged out of swamp, which he basically did. So I apologise for that. It's winter, it's fine. So we come here for a lesson. I haven't had a lesson with Cameron for quite a long time. You had a lesson with Cameron?
More recently. Much
more recently. I haven't seen Cameron for a while. Maybe actually last winter. Just because he doesn't come to our area so much, or when he does, it's like during the week when, normal people have to go to work. So it'd be really nice to go and get his input, because I feel like we kind of lost our way with our show jumping a little bit this season. And Cameron's really good at just picking up on fine detail and
making it simple.
Yeah, make it really simple. And he's always got like tricky little exercises. It's not just like you go and you jump around a show jumping and they say, oh, this is good, that was good, go and work on this, jump it again, which I think is the kind of lesson that we hate, isn't it?
Absolutely hate.
Because we can both do that quite effectively on our own.
Well, I think we're more critical.
Yeah, we usually are more critical than the instructors are, so we don't need that. Yeah, sometimes there's a place for doing that, especially with a regular coach, but we don't really need that style of lesson. Like, I went out and jumped around last weekend and it was fine, but there's a lot more to it.
You want to jump bigger, don't you? So your work starts. Yeah, you do. You're bored of 100 now.
I'd say I'm still nicely in my comfort zone at 100, but at some point I will feel like I might want to move back up.
You were most buzzed after doing the 105 or the Chillington track, which was a strong 100.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Anyway, we're comfortable at 100, I would say, but yeah, if we want to think of... But anyway, I'd just like to not have a fence down at 100.
Yeah.
For which I need to improve.
Yeah. So
anyway, whichever, whether it's move up or just get better at the level that we're doing, I need to change something. So I'm hoping that Cameron can give me, basically, I feel like this year we've lost the canter. Like, he's running a bit to his fences, and then I don't know in the round how to fix it always. So we'll see what Cameron says. We'll see what bright ideas he's got.
Excellent.
But anyway, yeah, so come over and watch us do our thing and then see how we get on.
Hands wide in your hands, don't trot, keep cantering. Well done. If I just change the rein in the canter.
So welcome to another grey day in the UK in November. This is our lives now until maybe March. We don't see blue skies, we just see grey. So we're here today. Jancis's got a lesson with Cameron. I think she wants to work on the canter.
Funny, I used to think he looked like a pony, he looks like a horse now. It's amazing how much he's changed.
It's just getting the balance. It took until he's 8 to get the balance.
Yeah. So are you happy, Jancis? Yeah. Square turn to that. Turning right, back to the verticals, 6 strides down to your purple oxer. Left rein then mirroring it, so coming through the gap here between the blue and green oxer. Back to this one on the slice with the right leg on to encourage the right lead. Around the block, square turn back to the little vertical. Left, vertical, 5 strides down to your skinny brush. That makes sense? Good. Just stay out of Jancis's way, April, but keep going if you need. Cool, we're going to start again. So as much as you want to say, don't be rude, you can't do it in a way that you lose the straightness. Yeah. Okay, so first and foremost, I'd rather, maybe not this bit on camera, but I'd rather, if you were running to a fence, rammed him to the middle, and he took it out. Yeah. Okay? Yes, I want you to feel he comes back off of you, but you can't let him wobble to come back. Yeah. Okay, so like around there into that, I would rather he was a bit strong, but you said this is the line we're on, and will affect that on the line, than coming off the line to try and get the control. So start again. You have to prioritise that feeling of you put him on a line, he stays on it, and then try and work the feeling you want on that. So your legs say to him, you can't come off your train tracks, whatever the pattern or the feeling. Good. Keep him on the train tracks that you put him on. Better. Good. So whether you're waiting, moving, whatever, it is always done within straightness. Super. Turning, yeah, in between the double. So you nail the line you want him to be on, the feeling into both reins, and then you adjust the balance on that line, not by coming off of it. Good. 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 You can correct whatever you want, but not coming off the line. Well done. Have a little breather, and then we'll do it again in a minute, a bit bigger. So, totally with us underneath. Yeah. You won't fix it long term if you're just fighting but not pressing. Good. Start again for me. Start again. Because you came. Because that will just help the balance to make the next turn. Good. Good. Hold the straightness through the air. Yeah, nice. Now don't be sloppy on me. Nail the middle, whatever the stride. Good, come off the right again. How deep can you get into the turn? Even deeper. White stripe. Good. Lovely. That's as much you being strict on your line as him. You have got to be stricter on that line as much as he does. Better. Good. Anything but the point you put him at is a failure. If you want to jump this white stripe in the middle, that's what you jump, whatever the distance. Well done. Better, because you nailed the middle, Jancis. You're overcomplicating things. Just nail the middle of everything for now. Nail the middle. Well done. Oh, coming to the yellow.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Middle, 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 middle. Yeah, super. If he's fighting, whatever, your legs put him to the middle of every jump, Jancis. You find the middle with your eyes, find that line, and you nail the middle with your legs. Yeah, better. Well done. Have a little breather. So you're thinking, I can feel it, you're thinking about the resistance, the fight, the run, and then you're not focusing on jumping that middle point, okay? Yeah. And on any young horse where you don't have adjustability, you're training it for the future, and just nail that point, okay? And you're slightly muddying the waters with that. So when you came around that turn, I thought, what point of the jump is she even aiming at?
He literally has never, he's never.
No, and that's why it's not, it's not a thing I'm worried about, because he was almost up big, and
Yeah, he was never looking at it.
because you weren't squeezing him to it, because you're thinking about him running, so your leg then isn't on, saying jump this bit of the jump. Yes.
Yeah, and it's all a bit weak off the floor, but I think that's where he hasn't got the strength.
Totally. So to me, I'm needing more leg to have more straightness rather than more control.
Yeah.
And then add the control in, but within the strict point of if I want to jump this, because he's jumping this the best every time.
Yeah.
Because you have to be accurate.
To be on that, yeah.
Yes. And the brush jump's brilliant because you have to be accurate. Whereas the fences where you can be vague are the fences that you're having the moments where he's fighting. Well, then they're different jumps for you as a rider rather than him as a horse. Does that make sense? Yeah. He doesn't suddenly go, oh, it's an angled fence, I'm going to slow down. He's listening to how you're communicating with him.
Right. I'm focused on being on these.
Exactly. And then therefore it makes him sit up more because you're riding him with straightness.
Yeah.
Good. Super. Pick the middle. Well done. Now use every bit of the arena you've got at your disposal, Jancis. Look at the point you want to jump. Don't look away from it. Body. Well done. Look at the speck of sand on the fence that you want to jump and don't draw your eye away from that on the top rail. Good. Pick the next speck of sand on the jump. Nail the middle. Good. Very good. Pick the speck of sand now. Don't look away from it. Nail the skinny part of the jump you want to jump. Good, Jancis. Now get your eye on the speck of sand you want to jump. And you nail that speck of sand. Nail that point. Brilliant. Nail the next point. Nail the point on it. Don't worry. Good, carry on.
I turned too late.
Shall we go back to that? Nail the point. Super. Nail the point. Brilliant. Now use every bit of space to get to the green flag. Now look at the point you want to jump on it. You picked a point, you nail that point, Super, Jancis. Wide. Pick the speck of sand. Well done. Wide. Pick the speck of sand on the jump that leads to the next jump. Nail that stripe. Good. Middle. Super. To your double. Line up the two, then draw your eye to the first, picking that speck of sand on the first. Laser eyes on the point you want to jump. Laser eyes. Super. Yes.
Yeah, that's really helpful. It gives me a place to go. I mean, it's quite far off where I wanted. I just think it's all a bit agricultural. And I want it to all look.
It goes through stages of that though, until they're stronger and they can sit more.
Yeah.
But I think you're putting priorities onto the wrong things. I think your thought process is right about what you want it to feel like and what you want to achieve eventually, but you're going about it in ways that mean you're taking the leg off and you're having too much of a fight in front of the fence.
Yeah, I think that's.
Rather than in between the fences training and in front of the fences riding the middle. Yes, and thinking I'm going to just ride to that speck of sand and I'm going to train my rideability after the fence or in between the fences, but into the fence I nail the straightness and nail that speck of sand, because anything else I'm doing in front of that fence teaches the horse to do this or teaches the horse to do that, whereas in front of the fence we want to be secure. And by you disliking the feel and then trying to change it, you're causing other problems. You get the wobbling, or you get the head throwing, or you lose, and then he hollows, and then you lose, and then that happens. Yes, where you sort of went to the hand and then you lost the line, and then the back can't come through.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, and we see you again next month, I think. But
Brilliant.
just want to really nail it.
Yeah, totally.
Nail it now.
But then rather than trying to nail everything, think I'm just going to nail the middle.
Yeah.
And then build on that again.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to nail 10 things.
Yeah.
Yes. And then on landing, do what I need to do. You know, I always think a logical thing, if you've got a horse that runs at a fence, you train it after the fence. If you've got a horse that is quiet into a fence, you gallop it away from a fence. It's all done on the landing,
Yeah,
so the horse sets up when the horse starts to. Remember, horses are creatures of habit, and they preempt what comes. Yeah. So if they're thinking I've done 10 jumps and I've halted every single time afterwards, or I've circled, they think I might do that on landing. So then I start thinking about that rather than I'm fighting in front, and then they're thinking into the next fence. Well, I'm going to be fought in front of it again.
Yeah. Which goes back to I need to do more, because we had a lesson with Chris Burton this time last year, and that's exactly his process, right? So then I did put it in a bit, but then the season happens and you just go event to event, don't you? And you leave some of that good training and good discipline behind.
But put that discipline to afterwards, whereas you're trying to put the discipline in front.
And it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that in front of the fence just has to be, find that speck of sand that you want to jump from the turn, nail that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Thank you, Cameron.
Good. And it also means then you bring the hind leg along for the journey, because you're having to navigate the straightness.
Yeah.
Good. Any questions on that?
No, that's good. Thank you.
Good. Well done. Very good.
Right.
Anyway, good lesson. So that's sort of like the starting point of our winter training. So Nova last did something proper when he went to Chillington, which was what?
16th of September?
2 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago. And then I jumped him once at home. He actually went out and jumped a British Novice BS last weekend and was good. But there's no challenge to us at 90 centimetres, so that was just to have a jump. Whereas this is, good old Cameron. You start off with a real fiendish exercise. It's just your warm up. But it does set the tone right from the off about, okay, now it's identified all the 101 things that you need to work on today, and then you can get into fixing them. So straight away he said, you're not straight. And it's not that he's not straight because he's crooked, it's because I think I've gotten a habit, and I knew this, I did know this.
You let him drift.
I've gotten a habit of, if I need a bit more space in front of a fence, I let him drift to the side of it, so that gives you more space. Of course, it's a really bad habit.
Which is exactly what I used to let Incy do down doubles.
Yeah. It's a really bad habit, because then the horse isn't jumping straight, you're not landing on your line to the next fence, you're not actually, so his point was, you don't want him to run into the fence, but then you're letting him run into it, because then you're giving him the space to get out of trouble when he gets to it. And you saw what happened when we actually got into trouble.
Doesn't know what to do.
Demolished a fence. But yeah, so then his thing of just be straight and just look for your point on the fence, and all you do is ride to that fence, helps to, hopefully guys could see that then fixes that issue mostly when I actually focus and do it right. And he's right, you have to give yourself as much of the ring as you can before a fence, because I'm real naughty for letting him just cut in on a corner.
Which is what I really hate, and you do it all the time.
I know. Letting him just cut in on a corner and then slice to the...
My words were, when I had to go and rebuild the red boxer, was, this is good for her, Cameron.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks. It's good for her. Yeah, I know, my poor baby. I know mummy stuffs you up, but there you go. And then he's right, you also have to fix the sort of control issue, the running issue, on your landing after the fence, not in front of the fence.
Feels very familiar.
Who knew all these things? It's so simple. But I think he's also right that we probably focused on the wrong thing, is that desperate search of the right canter, when actually just get him straight, and then your canter's fine.
And make him disciplined on landing.
Yeah. So lots to go, lots to do, and lots to sort of work on from here. We come into Cameron again in another month or so, aren't we? You've got a lesson as well then. Yeah. And I think hopefully I've got another lesson. I hope they've got Jamie lesson in between now and then. And yeah, it'll just be working on this really. So you guys are probably going to see quite a lot of repetitive themes, I guess, but that's all in the aim of making it natural.
I don't think the themes of straightness and land and balance ever go away.
No, I don't think they do. But he jumped well. I mean, to me he feels a bit weak in his jump, but that's where he doesn't have that power and that fitness that of course he finished the season with. But you know, he's jumping well enough, it's not a problem. They look massive to me. I suspect they're only about 95 to a metre.
I 105 max.
Okay.
But this is my problem. This is why I've bulked out doing the 105 tomorrow, because it would look like 130 to me.
Well, you're back here tomorrow, aren't you? So you're now doing the 90 in the metre.
My excuse was there was only 3 entries in the 105, so there wasn't any prize money on offer.
Of course, it's a great excuse.
But it's actually like, no, 90 centimetres looks a lot nicer. Especially here, because it's got quite short wings, so everything looks bigger.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the problem.
As soon as you're out of the swing of it, and we were saying this to Kat, who we shared the lesson with, as soon as you're out of the swing of it, because we only ride our one horse, you know, then I haven't jumped for 2 months, and she hasn't jumped since Picton, and you just, no matter how capable you or your horse might be, if you're not doing it day in, day out, it's really hard.
Yeah. And I know people moan at, I have 2 horses, they're so different, but actually it doesn't matter. You're practicing your eye, your rhythm, your balance, and, you know, the principles, whatever horse you're riding, are still the same.
Might not be saying that this time next year when we've got the 4-year-olds.
To be honest, the rhythm and balance, it'll just be at a very different stage.
It will be
and
no
straightness.
rhythm and no balance and definitely no straightness.
So it's the same principles, just very, very different.
Just at a very different level. Anyway, I'm going to get him packed up, go home, wash him off, and I'll take the sweaty menace away. I think I might need to clip more hair off.
Annoying orange.